Actually, I do have one last question. Now that you're kind of bringing in some more stuff with me, as somebody who's kind of created now, it seems at least two languages that I can think of, right? The Toyot and Dart. There's probably more. What do you think is kind of, the top 1 to 3 things that really make or break a language? To me, I think I heard a lot of this is probably about tooling, right? If you don't have proper tooling or a build mechanism, does probably really kill a language.
I think I'd love the answer to be different. I think I'm not really sure. No, I think honestly, I think the answer is that it has a meaningful context. Like it has a vehicle to attach itself to that, where sort of where in that the context of that it makes a difference. So like a language without a use case, a place where it fits in, something to attach it to, is almost not interesting, right? So a language of its own doesn't make a ton of sense, I think. But a language in a context of a browser or on mobile, like Flutter, or toyed in the IoT space, I think that makes sense in that context. So general purpose languages are just kind of hard to get out there as that. They need to usually get out there through success of something else, right? And I think we've seen that in the past too. Objective C was the Apple push for that. A lot of things like that, right, has happened in the past. So I think for the outside of that works. On the inside, I'd love to think that simple, well-designed, consistent languages make it all the way through. But in practice, I think there's a really large appetite for also large languages, sort of in the mainstream community. So I think being too hung up over um, having the smallest, most elegant, well-designed language is not necessarily a recipe for sort of large-scale mainstream success. I mean, you can end up with a much better language through that, and maybe get like a die-hard sort of group of people that really like it. And I think that's really, really a good idea. But if you really want to make it big and get a million developers, there probably will be some feature creep where you try to cater to different programming styles and different things, right, just to make it outright. So it's probably much more pragmatic than sort of a idealized when it comes to language design if you want to make it big in terms of like developer eyeballs. I think that those are the main two things. And there are lots of small details on how you can do things
Mm,
you should do, but I think those two
yeah.
actually are more important than anything else, right?